So thank you so much for letting us know all about the comments that come on. And if we don't remove the comments, it's not that we're not bothered by the comments. The problem is if we were to spend all that time filtering our videos and going through the comments and removing comments and all that kind of stuff, we just wouldn't have any time for anything else. We wouldn't have any time to make the videos that we make. We wouldn't have time to edit the videos. We wouldn't have time to do our social media and all the important things, the stuff that's important to us.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm very disappointed today because I'm having to address a situation which I didn't want to address, and it's taken me away from the content that I want to produce for you guys, right? So, you know, what can you do? At the end of the day, it's just content, isn't it? But this is important content because there's a situation brewing over yonder on the enemy's channel, right? Okay, now, yeah. So there was comments, and I need to address this because apparently Ben and Zoe, they don't remove comments. Obviously, why not? They remove mine, right? So if we have a look at some lovely comments left on their channel, which seem to be revolving around, you know, a certain person, I don't know, right? So this person says, Raccoon and his followers are intimidating the Sullivans. He denies any wrongdoing with a very unnatural laugh and continues on to misconstrue everything Ben and Zoe say. What do you think? An unnatural laugh. Have you ever heard Sarah Ingham laugh? Fucking cackle. Oh, dearie me. Anyway, the children are well loved, cleanest, and best dressed. As to malnourished, I don't believe that person knows enough to comment, as they are clearly not. Oh, well, it is just a comment. I'm sorry, dear Susan. My goodness, you do get your knickers in a twist a little bit, don't you? Seriously, I only pass comment just based on what I'm seeing, right? And to be honest with you, if you are an actual fan of this family and love the kids like you claim you do, right? So you would actually want what's best for the kids, wouldn't you? And if you looked at the children, and I'm not saying this as like a hater or a troll or anything, right? I said it purely based on what I can see, that I am actually concerned, right, about the kids. Certain kids more than others, right? Because they look very much like they're not eating well enough, maybe not sleeping well enough, certainly having too many days off school. I mean, that's without doubt, that's not even up for debate, is it? So, you know, I'm just passing judgment on things that I'm seeing, as are you on the Sullivans. You choose to say that the Sullivans are a lovely, clean family, right? And that's what, based on what, I'm not quite sure, but that's your opinion on that. My opinion is that you're talking shit. Anyway, it didn't end there, obviously. We had all the regulars. Alison said, he is so sad watching their videos, then straight on his channel to gossip. Oh, those gossipers. But the best, obviously, has to come from the top, right? Frankie Marley said thus: Susan, that channel does it to many families with young children. They say they stand for exposing child exploitation on the internet, but I agree with someone that posted on that group that there's something more sinister and perverse about the channel and its followers. Really, Frankie? Is that what you think, is it? Very good. The channel's owner should be... Right. Okay. The channel's owner should be police vetted at the very least, and its followers should be investigated considering some of the hate talk going on. Safeguarding needs to be implemented on that channel. Right, so obviously I got a little bit like annoyed. I'm going to say it. Okay, I was like, okay, there's a line you don't cross when it comes to, because you can say that I'm hating, right? If you want to call it hate, right, but that's not actually what I'm doing. I don't hate the Sullivans at all, right? I don't. I just comment on what I see, and what I see isn't good, right? I would prefer, if I had the power, I would prefer that the kids were safe and that they were well fed, they were well looked after, they went to school and got an actual education, etc., etc., right? Not once have I ever called Ben or Zoe anything untoward towards children, right? So there is a line you do not cross, and that is very, very sailing towards that line, right? Am I right? I'm not wrong, right? At all, right? So I decided to weigh in. I don't usually do this, and I've never ever commented on their channel before, but I thought I'd give it a go because I didn't know whether or not I could, but I think I did, right? So I replied to Frankie. This now deleted comment, by the way, so you can't see it, right? You can see that I have replied to it, and if you go on their channel now, it's not there. So just as proof that they do delete comments, I just wanted to put that out there because they claim that they don't, and obviously they do. So there you go. And I said to Frankie, would you like to retract your allegation, or are you trying to get Ben and Zoe into legal trouble? Right? Because at the end of the day, don't know who Frankie is. Could be anybody, right? Don't know. Could be Zoe. Might not be Zoe. Might be one of the kids. Might be nobody related, right? It doesn't actually matter. But what does matter is they're commenting it on the Sullivan Family Limited, by the way, a business page, right? The Sullivan Family Limited business page. And this could get Ben and Zoe into a bit of trouble, right? I'm just saying, if you are going to put out like slanderous allegations and things like that, you know, you gotta be a bit careful, right? And Ben and Zoe have got to be careful. They do actually have to delete comments. Not mine. My comment was fine, right? The comment that you actually needed to delete was Frankie's. Okay, just so you know, it's not going to release you from legal trouble if you delete mine, right? It will, you know, if you don't delete Frankie's, then his is the problem, right? I hope you understand the situation we're in here. So, yeah, then my comment disappeared, but it wasn't before people were able to reply to it. So, again, you can see that people were replying to my comment, even though my comment's not there. Anyway, somebody else replied to Frankie and said, what is weird is an adult obsessed with other people's kids. That's referring to Frankie being obsessed with the Sullivan kids. The way you defend them tells me that you have unnatural feelings about them. Maybe it's you that should be reported. And then Frankie replied to me, and as you can see, replying to me even though my comment's no longer there, so you can see that I was once there. And Frankie says, which allegations would that be then? You go right ahead and bring it on, Dougal. The thing is, right, my comment was to Frankie, but it was about Ben and Zoe, right? So I wasn't threatening Frankie, whoever you are. I wasn't threatening you with anything. I'm not going to bring it on to you because you're not Zoe, are you? I was saying I was going to take it to Zoe and Ben, right? You see where the problem lies there, Frankie. If you're not Zoe and Ben, you have nothing to worry about, and you shouldn't be trying to exacerbate the situation. Because again, if you were fans of this family and somebody came across and said, look, I'm going to take legal action against the family that you love, and then you went and said, right, yeah, you go ahead. It's not for you to say, is it? Fucking moron. Sorry. But it's like saying, yeah, You have a go at that person. I don't give a fuck, right? Am I right? Bloody weirdos, these people, aren't they? And then this person said, I had my comments deleted on there. Horrible channel. Yeah, but you didn't, did you? Right? I don't want to do a Ben and Zoe here, but I don't generally delete comments, right? I don't. Now, you'll only have to take my word for that, obviously. I can't prove either way. But I do have a level of integrity. The only time I delete comments at all, because obviously every channel deletes comments at some point, right? The only time I ever delete comments are for things like if they go too far, right? If it gets to the point where you are literally like attacking somebody, you know, if you're going to attack my subs, like say the worst things in the world to my subs, then yes, I'm going to delete it. If you come and make allegations against people, yes, I'm going to delete it, right? But I like to think on my channel, you have a fairly good free reign to go there and just comment things. If you're going to have a conversation, then bring it on. Have a conversation about it. I don't mind. I'd rather that. I don't mind that at all, right? I'll even engage with you and reply to you and have a conversation. But if you're just going to be there and just like, you know, not be interested in having a debate, then, you know, it's on you, whatever happens. And then this person replied again to Frankie and said, you're absolutely right. Safeguarding should be implemented by the parents, not the raccoon. When you put your children on the internet, you are putting your children in danger. People watching this sort of content get obsessed with the kids. Just read some of the comments like, we love your family. Can we see more of Flo or the twins? Ever stop to think why? The children have no privacy. Everyone knows what school the kids go to, which bedroom they sleep. There are people out there who Photoshop the children and make videos of them doing horrible, nasty things. It's sad, but it is reality. It's wrong to sell your kids' privacy for money. The dark web is full of children. It's wrong. So that is a perfectly put comment. And, you know, I don't think even the staunchest of Sullivan fans can defend that because, you know, it is what it is, isn't it, right? And then, again, replied to me because even though my comment isn't there, again, some people are obsessed, so obsessed they don't know or care about the danger these kids are in, having everything they do put out on the internet. It's time the law was changed to protect children from parents who sell them online. So again, very perfectly put, and I would agree. It's about time the law changed. So on a separate thread, because Frankie, he wasn't, you know, content with being very, very dodgy in his comments, said this. The comment below was on that hate channel and was swiftly removed. I reckon it hit a nerve about the sort of subscribers it hides. Again, I just want to point out, I haven't seen this comment yet, so I don't know what he's talking about. And the first thing that I'll notice, right, because it's classic, it's absolutely classic, the fact that they've included this in the comment, right, because I've obviously copied and pasted it, and it says 419 comments. I haven't had that many comments on a single video in a long time. That's amazing. Thank you all so much for commenting on my videos. It's brilliant. I'm really loving it. Thank you. And it goes on to say, you're all nothing but a pack of baying wolves that are full of hatred. I'd be more concerned about the real reasons you're obsessed with stalking families with young children. The thing is, when they say that though, right, every single one of them watch the Sullivan videos, right, day in, day out, watching the kids, looking for the kids, wondering what the kids are up to. That is a mark of an actual stalker. Goes on to say, you, including the questionable Dougal, can hide your true perverse motives by professing to have the children's best interests at heart, but you definitely don't. You are the very people that are a danger to all children. Don't bother coming back at me with your obscenities. I'm not interested. YouTube are looking into channels such as this, as they are in many cases a front for society's undesirables that actually prey on children. This channel is a prime location for such people hidden in plain sight. So I wonder why YouTube might have deleted that. I wonder why. I mean, is there anybody want to hazard a guess why people YouTube might actually want to remove such a comment? You know, I mean, YouTube, they have many problems, right? They delete a lot of innocuous comments, right? But I'm thinking that one comment there is loaded with allegations and various bad things that they're saying in this one comment, and it doesn't take a genius, Frankie, to realize why they might want to delete this. But on the other hand, it's loaded with a lot of allegations, not just against myself, but against everybody on my channel. And I think that's quite a nasty thing to do. Now, we talk about the kids being in danger because they are, right? I don't think you can deny that. I mean, it takes a level of stupidity to not realize that putting one's kids' schools online for the world to see is not endangering the kids, right? If you can't understand that point, I really don't know what to say. I really don't. So, I mean, that's just one of the many dangers that the kids are in. There's lots, right? But it's this sort of allegation. It's very damaging to anybody, right? Am I right? Yep. And obviously, I'm not going to stand for that. So this was actually posted on my channel. So therefore, it's Frankie on this occasion who is liable for this, right? So, if Frankie happens to be Zoe, then I will find out. If not, just keep watching this. I'm not going to make idle threats. That's a Zoe and Ben thing to do, isn't it? I don't know what I'm going to do, right? But the point is, you can't say these sort of things, right? You can't, because it's a very damaging thing to people, and they're fucking morons, okay? That is my word for 2024. Absolute morons. And yes, there are several other people who are weighing in now on the Raccoon hate train because of the truths, I guess I say about the Sullivans. I don't know. Anyway, this person, Geraldine, says, the Raccoon channel is very destructive towards your family and channel. He is dangerous and out to discredit you. Geraldine. And somebody replied, he just speaks the truth. I do. Geraldine replied, the truth according to what authority? What authority? Well, okay, the authority that says that pimping out your kids is dangerous. Yeah, that authority. Or the authority that says telling strangers where your kids go to school is dangerous. Yeah, those authorities. I mean, that may not be an official authority, but, you know, it's common sense at least. If the authorities need to be involved, they should be. Okay? Tell them. Go and tell the authorities that they do. Like the stupidity of the life. Anyway, otherwise, shut your mouth. Or is he an opportunist just making another quick buck? Indeed, I am. I am just an opportunist making another quick buck. You see, the problem with that statement there is, right, even if I was, right? Even if the only reason I did this was because I wanted to make money, right? Just imagine that that's true. It doesn't take away the fact that the kids are in danger and the kids are being used as a prop for their TV show. It doesn't take it away from anything that I'm saying, right? And I'd rather be an opportunist trying to make money off of the situation than an opportunist trying to make money off my own children. See where your argument doesn't quite fit in there, you know? Just to be clear, I am, talking because I want to help kids, but, it does take me a long time to do videos. I do personally think that I should be... folks, I don't need to explain why I want to get paid. I want money. I do. But... fucking hell. Yes, Frankie, I'm admitting that I want to make money, right? Bloody hell. Seriously, I know this isn't Frankie talking, but she's going to be watching, listening, snippeting my little sound bites out of my video, claiming that Dougal wants just to make money and he doesn't care about the safety of children. See where I actually don't care, right? And you know when people say, oh, you shouldn't react to the haters and you shouldn't say this or you shouldn't say that, but then they always go ahead and do it anyway. And I think the thing is that you get to a point where you actually don't care. It doesn't matter what people say and what people are doing. And it doesn't matter, Yes, I want to make some money. I mean, if you didn't want to make money, what are you doing? But, I also stand up for trying to shed a light on the dangers of family vlogging. So, kill two birds and all that. Right. So, moving on. Thought too much about this now. But right. Yes. This person said the Raccoon and anyone else doing that sort of foolishness is just grifting off others' channels. They have no real content of their own, so they try and put others down to make money. It's sad, yeah, but I'd rather that than grift off the back of my kids, right? Again, I don't understand the argument. Don't. Tracy, everybody knows Tracy. She's been about a bit recently. She says, well said. Geraldine comes back in. So well said. Put your money where your mouth is. If any relevant concerns, contact the relevant authorities and see how far you get. I believe nowhere. Good luck with that. Oh, Jesus. Family vlogging viewers really are frustrating. See, I don't think this is a troll or a hate. I think it's an actual person, I think. So it's hard to get through to some people who just want to watch other kids. I don't know what to say, right? I don't know what to say, because the only conclusion that I have is that they want to watch other people's kids play on YouTube. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why, right? Short of the obvious, I don't know why. And then she says, go to the relevant authorities and make your complaint, see how far you get. If not, shut your mouth. I love how that's capitalized as well. It's like putting the importance on the shut your mouth. That is very good. That is very good indeed. Tracy says, yeah, they won't get very far. Frankie says, well said, fellow island dweller. Oh, Geraldine's an island dweller. How would you know that, right? I've got to ask, how do you know? Because, there's nothing on her channel to suggest she's from Ireland, right? I assume, right, and all the Irish people in my comments, please tell me, I assume she's going by the name, right? Is Geraldine Cannon a very popular Irish name? I don't know, right? I assume that's what she means. However, that is not necessarily a given, so I don't know. Plus, Frankie is trying to out herself as an Irish person, right? So I don't know whether that is to try and put people off the scent, or in fact she is from Ireland. Who knows? Doesn't matter, does it, Frankie? Because at the end of the day, you're trying your best. As much as you think you're trying to help your heroes, you're trying your best to destroy them right now. You've put all over their comments some really serious allegations, and you're just talking about me in their comments. Lovely, lovely. I'm sure they're proud to have you as a fan. See that star, though? That means you are a member of said channel. Now, I didn't know you could become a member, because they don't advertise it as such, so I don't know where that is. Anyway, yeah, but then there was this other comment. I just wanted to point this one out, because this is kind of backs up everything that I've been saying, right? And it's somebody says, I love your kids. You know, that's the exact thing that I'm on about, right? That's not a normal thing to say to other people's children. They're not your children. They are their children, right? I love your kids is a very weird thing to want to say, and then the Sullivans, they allow it to happen, right? People are developing parasocial relationships with these children online, and the parents are encouraging it. It's not good to have a parasocial relationship with a child, and you as a parent should be discouraging it, and yet they are encouraging it. It is very off. Right, so there we go. That's the update as we have it. I thought this might be an interesting video to do in case you've missed any of this that's been going on. And who knows, Zoe may get the delete button out that she claims that she doesn't have. And I thought it would be interesting to capture the times and, you know, and everything. So please give this video a thumbs up, a comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. If you are on the outside, if you're like a neutral watching like a car crash, my channel against their channel, right? Please tip yourself to the side. Click the button to subscribe, because, you know, at the end of the day, at some point or other, the Sullivan channel is actually going to crash and burn, right? Hopefully sooner rather than later. And for the kids' sake, sooner would be better, because at the end of the day, if you haven't been watching carefully enough, you'll know you might have missed the fact that half of the Sullivan kids don't actually want to appear in the videos, and yet they have no choice, right? There's so many family vloggers say, oh, well, all our kids want to go in the videos, and we ask them, and if they say they don't want to go in it, we'll respect their wishes and everything. Even though that's not a thing, because they're not old enough to consent to being in the videos. On the Sullivan's case, the opposite is true. They may or may not ask their kids if they want to be in it, but it's clear as day they don't want to be in it, and yet they don't get the choice. So it is basically forced labour. So if you support forced labour, just don't, right? And move yourself away from the situation. Anyway, thank you all so much. Have a brilliant rest of the day. Take care, and bye-bye.